Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel, #MovieBay. I am MovieBay, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a review over the Traitors US Season 3, Episode 5. And if this review is all over the place, it's because this gameplay is all over the place, okay? But before we get too into it though, I would like for y'all to consider subscribing to the channel because here on MovieBay, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television. And if that is the type of content you like, you might as well stick around and hit the subscribe button. And if you find yourself enjoying my commentary along the way, don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up and or drop a comment down below. Now let's go ahead and get into episode 5. Okay, so as y'all all know, we had an epic showdown of the season when it came between Boston Rob and Bob the Drag Queen, leaving Bob the Drag Queen the first traitor to be eliminated. Now I'm not surprised this happened. Being a fan of Bob, I knew that his mouth was either going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Jeremy said it best in his exit interview. Bob can talk his way into trouble and at the same time talk his way out of trouble because it's like just his personality. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that this was going to unfortunately happen. All right. Now, when it comes down to the traitors getting back to the turret, of course, Rob is coming in there apologizing, saying, I'll never come at y'all like that. Really? I mean, how can we be so sure? He said my name. I mean, yeah, but couldn't we talk about it? Like, I like how Boston Rob came in and wanted to seem like a united front. But at the same time, the moment that somebody slightly came for him, oh, he definitely sent for them. Okay, so now when it comes time to talk about who they want to eliminate for the night, they have 3 options on the table. Somebody, I'm not pretty sure who, but somebody brings up Sam. Rob says, nah, not Sam. He will never put 2 and 2 together. And then come to find out later on in the episode, it's because Rob has Sam in his back pocket. So then Rob brings up Robin. And he says, there's no suspicion on her now. It's the perfect play. It'll just cause chaos and confusion. And of course, the girls, the ladies, they don't want to get rid of another housewife because been there, done that, don't want to do it anymore, right? At this point, I'm starting to think that Rob wants to get rid of everybody whose name is similar to his. Bob H, Robin. Okay, he's coming for all of y'all. He wants to be the only Ob in the house at this point. So another person that's brought up is Gabby. I've been saying break up the Bambi alliance since like episode 2, maybe 3. Okay, so now Gabby is on the table, and I'm thinking this is good because Gabby brought up Danielle's name, and it was brought up at the breakfast table in front of everybody, saying that Danielle was in the bookcase, right? So Rob is like, nah, the Bambis are delusional, and they're not even a unified front. They didn't even vote the same way tonight. Now, later on, we'll get back into it. But I'm thinking, okay, they didn't vote the same way tonight, but they have in the past, and they have numbers on their side. So if one of them is suspicious on us, they all are going to be suspicious on us. So at breakfast, let me go ahead and change my little slide now. Uh-oh. Okay. So at breakfast, a couple things stuck out to me. One, baby Efron is all on Rob's DICK, and I want you to hop off. Okay, how can you be so smart and so dumb at the very same time? 2, why is nobody calling out Danielle in her reaction to Bob the Drag Queen? Because when she was writing his name down, when she flipped the card over, when she said his name, she was so emotionally distraught. But yet at the same time, you say you was cheering when you got him out. Like, why is nobody questioning like that bipolar reaction from Danielle? The faithfuls are not as observant as they need to be at this point. And the last thing I want to mention is Ivar bringing up Wes's theory. Okay, so after Bob the Drag Queen was eliminated, y'all know they go back around and socialize whoop-de-whoop. Now Wes stated that how could Rob be so sure that Bob was a traitor? And he didn't say it, but he led, he was asking leading questions to where Tom and Ivar eventually said, unless he's a traitor himself. And Wes kind of did like a head nod, like, yep. So Ivar brought that theory up at the breakfast table. And I'm thinking, ooh, Rob, you about to be out next. So come to find out, they decided to eliminate Robin. And I just feel like it's stupid because no, there was no suspicion on her at the time, but that housewife theory will come back up again. And It could if you had a housewife left. Dolores is the only one, and she's the one that they least expect. So that's exactly why you should have kept Robin around as a shield until you didn't need her as a shield anymore. It could be possibly though that Rob is probably or was probably intimidated by Robin because she is a headstrong individual, and if her mind is set on something, she's definitely going to go for it. So I feel like that's somebody he did not want to go up against at a later date. So let's talk about I guess like prior to the challenge. So a couple of things happened, of course, before the challenge. The Bambis, first off, thinking that they're just so smart. More on that later. And most importantly, Ivar tells Rob that Wes is throwing your name around. And what does Boston Rob do? Wes, let me holler at you real quick. I said, oh snap. Rob called Wes out, y'all. He called Wes out and said, well, Wes tried to say, hey man, people are saying your name. Rob was like, yeah, I heard you the one saying my name. I said, ooh. What are you gonna do, Wes? Don't lie, Wes. Don't lie, Wes. And what did Wes do? Y'all, Wes lied. Wes lied. He lied. And it was a bad lie on top of that. So he was like, no, I definitely didn't say your name. Oh, no, I definitely didn't say that. I didn't say that. I mean, I said that you had balls going out to Rob the drag queen. I said that. Wes, if you would have just told the truth, because you never said Rob's name, you led the other people to say the name. That's what we call planting seeds. More on that later. It's more on a lot later because these traitors, I'm sorry, let's get into it. So, another thing that happened on the way to the challenge, Rob says that Bob the drag queen wanted to vote Nikki out. And Nikki is, of course, surprised. Like, what? He said that? I don't know why you're surprised, first off, because you knew it was between you and Sierra. Like, let's be honest. Okay. And, of course, Rob is a traitor. So this is what we call planting seeds. Now, at the challenge, y'all, basically, they had to solve riddles. And if you get a riddle right, you get to basically put your face or anybody's face on a placard for a possibility of a shield. Now, the only important thing that happened in this challenge is Danielle. Oh my God, y'all. Danielle was being so stupid. So she gets a riddle right. Excuse me. And she decides to remove Derek's name and put Dolores the housewife up there because I'm tired of the traitors targeting a housewife. So I want to make sure you're safe. The reasoning was cool, but why didn't you take Tom down? Why would you take Derek down when you're aligned with Derek? The whole episode, y'all, she had been talking about, I need a traitor I can trust. I need a traitor I can work with. And the only other person that you would trust in the house is Derek, and you literally just gave him a reason to not trust you, stupid. Why would you do that? Okay, boom. It's done now. Everybody's baffled, but it's done. Danielle gets another question right. And I guess she's so affected by Derek being upset that instead of putting her face up for a shield, she puts Derek's face back on the wall. So now it's Dolores and Derek. And everybody is looking like, now the first time they were a little bit shook because why would you give somebody else a shield instead of yourself? But I was like, you know what? Her reason is a good reason. But to do it twice in a row, now Danielle, you starting to look suspicious. You don't find that suspicious? And I'm happy everybody was like, because once, maybe twice, absolutely not. Another stupid thing that happened during this challenge is Sierra. Go sit down. I liked you better when you wasn't on camera. She's so gung-ho that I need a shield. I got to get this riddle right. And she gets the last one right. And she takes Derek's name down and puts her name up on the board. And I'm not saying this because I don't want Derek to be eliminated. I'm saying it's because, Sierra, you don't need a shield. Somebody put me in a coffin. They want me gone. They put you in a coffin just because. They put you in a coffin to frame you. Bob the drag queen, who was just revealed as a traitor, told you to your face that the traitors were not going to murder you. Oops, God dang it. Schmurder you. Bob the drag queen, a traitor himself, told you to your face that you would not be eliminated because the traitors are using you for a shield. like as a cover. You know what I'm saying? But yet you're fighting for a shield so you won't be eliminated. They're not gonna eliminate you. Nobody's thinking about you. So sit down, shut up, and go back to the back. Just so stupid. Like, these people are so dumb. Let's continue the stupidity, shall we? Let's continue the stupidity. Danielle, on the way back from the challenge, she's in a car full of a whole bunch of guys. I'm not 100% sure, but I know Baby Efron was in there. I called Dylan Efron, Baby Efron. And she says, I just have this strong feeling, and I just have this theory. Like, this is why I felt like I didn't need a shield, because I wasn't going to say anything until the right moment. And girl, okay, Danielle, what you got to say? I think the casket was a ploy. I think it was a buffer, and there's no traitors in there. Okay, we can agree with that, because a lot of people have thrown that theory around. And then she says, I think there is a female traitor. Okay. And I think it's Carolyn. First off, your A does not link with your B. You jumped from A to Z. What about all the steps in between? What is your thinking? What is your thinking? What is your logic? How did you even try to tie those two things together? The casket is a ploy, and it's a female traitor, and it has to be Carolyn. What? How did you? What? Like, you didn't justify why those people were in the casket. Like, she could have framed Carolyn for Jeremy being gone because they're survivors, or like, she didn't link it together. Just throwing stuff out there, just stupid. Once again, just stupid. So now she's saying, I gotta start planting this seed about Carolyn. Let me tell you how to plant a seed, baby. You sprinkle it, you dig a hole, you sprinkle it in the ground, you gotta water it, you gotta sing to it, you gotta let the sun shine. Planting a seed is not putting it in the ground, patting it, and saying, there goes a tree. What the f is wrong with y'all? You can't go around and say, I'm 100% sure, I feel it in my spirit, it's Carolyn. She told the guys in the van, she told Brittany in the bar. I'm like, that is not how you plant a seed. Planting a seed is saying, dropping subtle hints here and subtle hints there, and watching the seed grow, baby. You can't just, oh, I know it, I got it, I feel it. What is wrong with y'all? What is real life wrong with y'all? And if you just stab Derek in the back, who is this traitor that you need to recruit and find that you trust? Brittany? Bitch, I know it's not Brittany, bitch. It's not Brittany, bitch. It can't be. Because she definitely stabbed you in the back on reindeer games. That cannot be the person you're trying to recruit that you trust. Would I like to see both of them as traitors together? Yes. But trust? But are you dumb? Oh my God. In the same breath, we got Chriselle confiding in Rob that when Nikki was surprised at Rob's revelation or his reveal in the van, that it made it seem like Nikki was a traitor, because she was just gobsmacked that Bob would want to vote against her. Because honestly, why would you be surprised at that? Bitch, half the votes for you and half the votes were for Sierra and the other half was for Bob. So why would you be surprised that he would be pushing for you? Okay, make it make sense. But Chriselle took that as, what? Another traitor tried to get me out? Oh my God. All right, y'all, it's time for the round table. But before we get to the round table, if you are enjoying my commentary thus far, don't be afraid to give me a thumbs up and or drop a comment down below. This slide is late. I should have been here, but I was too busy ranting about how stupid these people are. Let's get to the round table. Those are my notes. Ivar starts, and he mentions the 3 people who are up for elimination. Everybody knows it. Everybody has been saying it. Nikki, you escaped by the skin of your teeth last night, because a lot of people think that a traitor was in the casket, and you are the most suspected. Sierra, you are the other person in the casket, so you know we kind of got to vote for you. And Rob. Now, Ivar brings this West theory to the table about Rob. Okay, now Rob has been waiting for this. He's been ready to defend himself. He knew he had to do it because suspicion would have been on him after getting out the first traitor. Okay, especially being so vocal about it, because Rob doesn't know how to plant seeds either, apparently. Rob said, long story short, that he came after Bob the drag queen with such conviction because he likes to sit back, wait, and make sure he has all his evidence. He doesn't like to just go around finger pointing. Wow, that sounded like Dan. That sounded like Dan season 2. That's what that sounded like. He had to be quiet and observant, and when I come and give y'all information, I want to make sure it's right. Sounds like Dan season 2. Who was what? Also a traitor. Exactly. Rob is also bringing up a lot of old people saying, I'm not like Tony, I'm not like this. I said, they can't have me on the show because I would be like, what they got to do with anything? What Tony got to do with the price of butter? The price of tea in China? Don't bring up my husband, Tony. Yes, I'm still bitter. Because I want Tony on the show. He was nice to look at, okay? Y'all, what is Tony's Survivor seasons? Leave it in the comment section because I'm about to go watch my man. Just binge watch my man. No disrespect to his wife and kids. I like Tony. I wish he was on the show. Bring him back for season 2. Okay, anyways. Sam. Another person who needs to just shut up and sit back. At the round table, Sam talking about, if Rob is not unalived tonight by the traitors, then I'll start looking at him tomorrow. Well, why would the traitors eliminate Rob if he is up for suspicion for being a traitor? Like, shut up. If you're gonna say something, make sure it's something smart. You haven't said anything in 5 episodes. Sit back and shut up. And of course you're not suspicious of Rob. Wanna know why? Because he got you in his back pocket. Let's proceed. Of course, people are voting for Nikki because out of Nikki and Sierra, Nikki just seems the most traitor-ish. And before they start voting, Bob H., oh my God, the only smart person in the room for a moment, says, Rob, I've been watching you on TV for a while, and it is so Rob-like to come in here, get rid of another traitor to assert your dominance. And I was like, oh, well, didn't he hit the nail on the head with that one? Carolyn had been saying the same thing. Rob didn't want to get rid of Bob because he quote unquote said his name. Rob wanted to get rid of Bob because he wanted to run the show. And the more they say it, y'all, the more I start to believe it. My last review, I was like, it would make sense for Rob to get rid of Bob because one, Bob is just a messy traitor in general. You talk too much. And I don't, loose lips sink ships. Let's get rid of you now because you're just a casualty at this point. So I was behind Rob getting rid of Bob, unfortunately, last episode. I understood it anyways. But the more they say about the wanting to take over, wanting to be in control, wanting to assert dominance, I'm like, you know what? I can see that too. And then he got baby Efron under his arm, just like he had the little white boy on Deal or No Deal Island. Yeah, take somebody who's a fan of me, somebody who's young and naive, make it look like I'm working with them. Yeah, had them do all my dirty work. Yeah, it's giving Rob. And even Rob had to chuckle and say, you know what? That would be something I would do, but that's not what happened. What happened to your vote, Bob H? Because when it was time to vote, you switched to Nikki. Stick with your convictions. Ivar, what happened? Wes? I mean, I can understand Wes. I'm not gonna hold you because I feel like the gameplay people, the game show challenge type people, Big Brother, all of them, the people who've been on competition shows, they know how to play it. If I don't have the votes to get Rob out, I'm not gonna throw his name out at the round table. I'm not gonna do that. It's dangerous. Okay. So before they start voting, Chriselle speaks up against Nikki, telling the whole table what she told Rob about when this news was shared. Nikki's reaction, her energy has changed, and I go off energies. A lot of y'all go off energies, and y'all don't even know what energy y'all feeling for real. But y'all be feeling y'all own energy, thinking it's somebody else's. Stop saying that. Y'all don't go off energy. You don't go off vibes. You just wrong, loud and wrong. With that being said, Nikki is voted out, and the funny part was when Rob voted for Nikki, he said, Chriselle, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have even voted this way tonight. Nikki get up there and say she is faithful. I said, Rob is petty. He took the knife and twisted it. I said, oh, Rob is petty. So, of course, everybody, all emotional, the Bambies are emotional. I sent my friend home. I was just so sure. I feel so stupid. We're all target. They're targeting us. Duh. It's the name of the game. The traitors over. They're targeting everybody. It's the name of the game. Y'all want to know what would be funny to me? If they got rid of Chriselle next, if they eliminated Chriselle that night, that would be hilarious to me. Or it would even be funny if they got rid of Gabby to kind of like frame Chriselle. Like, Chriselle, you turned on all your friends. That's literally the definition of a traitor. Let's get her out next. Bambi Alliance over. Before they go to the turret, though, Wes talks to Derek. They kind of confide in each other. They're pretty sure that Rob is a traitor, but they know they have to handle this situation delicately. And of course, Wes is worried about being eliminated tonight by the traitors. Wes, I don't think they're going to get rid of you because a lot of people know your theory. And if Rob gets rid of you, it'll look suspicious on him, one. And it'll look even more suspicious on him because the Cage Boy theory as well, that one of them has to be a traitor. So if we're only down to 2, hello. A lot of fingers are pointing at Rob before they're pointing at Derek. Okay. So I don't think he's gonna get rid of you. Now, y'all, Dylan Baby Efron don't even know. Dylan Baby Efron doesn't even know how he is stirring up the drama in the turret, honey. He doesn't even know. Baby Efron sits Carolyn down and he says, somebody I'm really, really close to is saying your name and I'm trying to talk them off the ledge. She's like, who? Danielle. Oh my God. The whole episode, Carolyn was worried about Rob turning on him. You know what I'm saying? Rob, oh, I'm not going to turn on you. Telling Danielle, hey, I don't really feel good about him. You know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-whoop. All the while, Danielle is trying to get you out because she don't think she can work with you. She needs somebody she can trust. Like who? I'm sorry, y'all. Danielle really, really pissed me out this episode. So much so I was like, please somebody send her home. Danielle is the traitor. Let me help y'all because she is not playing. This is why you haven't won Big Brother, bitch. No disrespect. I respect the legend. But bitch, what are you doing? And if I was Carolyn has all right to be upset. I would never have thought. The going in, I was here for Rob, Bob, and Danielle. And I was like, who is this Carolyn girl? She crazy. She's so kooky. Now I'm Team Carolyn. Now I'm Team Carolyn. Going to the turret, Carolyn's like, the only person I want to eliminate are my fellow traitors. And y'all, next week, baby, I didn't even... these slides, baby, I'm just ranting at this point. If I forgot something, leave it in the comment section. We could talk about it. But next week, it's going to be traitor versus traitor again at that round table. Traitor versus traitor again at that round table. Carolyn is calling Danielle out. You the one causing chaos and confusion, Danielle. Am I the only one that likes how Carolyn talks? She talks familiar to me. Like, it's like a... I don't know, like... I don't know how it sounds, but it sounds like somebody from a movie, basically. I like how she talks, though. I'm not making fun of her. I really do like how she talks. But traitor versus traitor again. This show's going to be over like that. Rob is putting his hand in his head. You started this. We could have been a united front, working together, eliminating the faithfuls. But you started this. You started this paranoia, chaos, and confusion in your own turret. That's what you have done. I don't even know what to say, y'all. I need Danielle and Carolyn to stand up against Rob because y'all are letting Rob run the show. If he makes another decision of who to eliminate that night, he's literally eliminating people that's best for his game, not considering y'all game. And y'all are letting him. Y'all need to stand up and work together. Danielle, who else can you trust other than the person that has gone through hell and high water with you? Huh? Oh my good Lord, y'all. What do y'all think about this episode? What do y'all think about our traitors? They are a hot ass mess. Who is traitor do you think is going to get eliminated next? Okay, leave all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Consider subscribing to the channel. I do competition shows, y'all. I have found myself in this niche somehow, and I'm rolling with it. I'm rocking with it. Right now, I do RuPaul's Drag Race. I also do Beast Games on Amazon Prime, which I'm also about to get back on here and rant about because they done pissed me off. They done pissed me off sending home 3 black women at one time in the same episode. Baby, I'm sorry. So I'm about to get back on this camera and rant, or back behind this microphone and rant about Beast Games. And of course, I do movie reviews. I am Movie Bae. I just did One of Them Days. Instant classic, if you ask me. So yeah, binge my channel, binge my playlist. I promise you'll run into something that you like, something that you enjoy. All right. Once again, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.